China has announced its plan to send zebrafish, a popular aquarium fish, to the Tiangong space station. A Chinese news outlet reported that the experiment aims to delve into the intriguing interactions between fish and microorganisms within a closed ecosystem while shedding light on astronaut bone loss. The small fish species will be sent into orbit on China's Tiangong space station as part of research into the interaction between fish and microorganisms in a small closed ecosystem, Shanghai-based Guanxia CN reported. Zhang Wei, assistant to the commander-in-chief of China's Manned Space Engineering Space Application System, told Chinese media of the plan during a space station science and application project solicitation seminar in Beijing on July 10. Further information regarding the timeline of the experiment and its aquatic apparatus was not disclosed. It will not be the first time fish have been sent to space. NASA's Aquatic Habitat, or AQH, designed to study how microgravity impacts marine life, was sent to the International Space Station in 2012. It hosted a small school of Medaka, a small, freshwater fish native to Japan. Zebrafish, or Danio ririo, were earlier sent to the Soviet Union's Salyut 5 space station in 1976 aboard the Soyuz 21 mission. Soviet cosmonauts conducting experiments with the fish found that the zebrafish appeared to modify some of their behaviors in response to living in microgravity. Sending animals to space meanwhile dates back to 1947, before the Soviet space dog Laika took her much more famous flight on Sputnik 2 in 1957. Laika tragically overheated and died just hours into her flight.